So let's get back to it.
We're good.
How's
Big Sam
life?
is obviously not with us
You
today.
just turned it off again.
No, I didn't. It's done.
So shout out Big Sam.
Shout out. Yeah, he's not with us.
Today, no.
He's got work duties, so he's
Commitments.
not with us. Commitments, but nonetheless, you are left with the rest.
Oh shit, I rhymed.
You know, Mr. Mellow Mus and Mr. Will himself.
I heard it so many times. Like if you go on the challenge and you keep scrolling down, you're gonna keep hearing the song over and over and over again.
It's just people saying, "This is where I heard it."
Yeah, first.
It's good.
Yeah,
No
TikTok.
doubt, TikTok is a powerful tool, man. It's your
I don't
granny's.
have it.
Your granny's got a
have
TikTok.
it.
Your nephew's
have
got a
it.
TikTok. Anyone can
I
have
don't
it.
I don't have
You
it.
don't have it, Will.
No.
I don't either, to be honest.
I have one,
Sounds
but
like
I
fun,
don't.
though.
I don't have anything on it. I just watch videos.
Oh, you have it to watch
Oh,
other
you don't
TikTok
actually-
videos.
so
okay,
You don't
yeah,
have to
yeah.
upload to be able to watch.
No,
Nah,
you have to
you
make. You have to make a page or something. Don't follow anyone. I'll just scroll down and watch some funny stuff.
Interesting.
Free.
Kill time.
Is America trying to shut that down or something? Trump.
I don't know. I feel
I
like
heard like they were trying to shut TikTok down or
was that because of
buyers or they have to.
was
fight
that because
buyers.
of that time with the Black Lives Matters?
Oh yeah, it could have been. It could have been. It could have been. Yeah, there was a period where I think Trump banned TikTok or something. And he gave them 24 hours. You know when they got bought out or something.
Got 24 what? 24 hours.
Was that TikTok? It was TikTok. It was
I
a
don't know.
Chinese because
I
it's a
don't know too much
Chinese.
about
It's a Chinese app, right?
We forgot to introduce one more person
Chinese, Korean.
TikTok is a Chinese. Oh, Korean app. Sorry.
though. Guys, we forgot to introduce one more person. What's your name over there, mate?
Yeah, the quiet guys. Your
Good
mic.
evening, lads. As you know, this is S Boogie with the fur. Come on.
Come on.
It's actually wearing a fur as well.
A man who does his own introductions, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, you guys are gonna hear Sam. So we replaced one Sam with another Sam. So
That's funny. But listen, you know more about TikTok though. What happened? Why don't you use TikTok again?
Reasons are obviously during the BLM
okay, easy, brother. Easy, Tiger. Don't have to shut.
BLM during the whole BLM stuff.
Yeah.
I think they refused to put the BLM hashtags on the on the actual I don't know what it's called, bro.
On the page, so you
on
can't
the
hashtag
page.
BLM.
Yeah, so they refused to put it on. So I think
Do you
there was
think
a big clash, a big
They think they did it because, one, maybe because they got too many. Is it called spam or something like that?
But
That when something keeps flooding. So if everyone uses that,
Too much traffic.
yeah,
okay.
maybe they just wanted to take down the level of traffic at that moment in time. Maybe if you look at it,
Could be.
I don't think so. I think
But-
it's way deeper than that.
it could be.
It's
How
yeah.
deep, bro? How deep?
How deep?
How deep is your love? No.
How
Serious
deep
though, how
is
deep? When you say you think it's deep,
Classic.
how deep do you think it
That's
is?
a banger.
I didn't even hear his question, but go on.
Yeah, Will, apologies. Go again, my man. We
The
were too
question
busy
was-
doing a 90s rendition, man. You missed out. Take that.
Flavor.
Flavor.
Oh, life.
It is
How
deep,
deep
though.
do you think it could be then?
So
You
deep.
say it's deeper than
Like I said, they tried to get it banned,
just because of the
I don't know. I
traffic.
just think they just didn't want to
no? Yeah.
be part of that whole. You know, they didn't want anything to do with BLM.
Yeah.
Because of political reasons, or
Yeah, I'm assuming.
well, like it might affect their financial gain.
Yeah, could be.
Possibly, yeah.
There's always
Do you
that
think?
sponsorship. Is it?
Because we're
Yeah,
forgetting,
it's-
we're forgetting,
it's-
excluding America. I think, if I'm not mistaken, ain't it banned in China?
Is it banned in China?
Could be. Yeah,
No,
possibly.
no. I see.
all I know
No,
is-
no, no.
No, but there was a
Yeah.
time where
America banned it. There was a time where they said we're not gonna have it, or it has to get bought out by a different company. I remember there was. He gave them like a deadline, like 48 hours.
Why you search that up
Wow.
and let us know
Trump, yeah,
after.
yeah.
But
Let me have a look. while
so
you got,
you don't
chit
you
chat.
don't mess with TikTok because of that reason, yeah?
yeah, I don't.
So why do you still mess with Arsenal? Because they don't stand with Özil when he's talking about something deep in life. Oh. Go on.
Nah, it's deep.
you put me on the spot there. Still,
No, it's true though. 'Cause anyways, we're gonna slide it onto football, innit? So
Oh. Wait, now you said that, you've already slid it into football. So there you go.
Right, with a
Sam,
way,
don't
mate.
worry. You can come out of the
Yeah.
hiding place now. Don't worry, Sam.
no, but it's true though.
This is the safe space. But
You know
that
what?
is mad. What happened?
I
what
like the
happened
way
in the week? Did you see
addressed
that?
actually.
But you
I
see
like
what?
the way you
Hey, but you
addressed
see what
Nice.
Anton Griezmann did.
How they came out? You mean the reaction of?
No.
what?
The fact that he stopped. I don't know. I think he. I don't know. How do I say it? He don't like. He meant to. He had a deal with someone for sponsorship, and he's cancelled that because what they were doing to the same refugee people in. Oh no, the people that's in China.
Yes, yeah,
You see
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah. There was talk of that. Yeah, there was. Yeah. So that, yeah, but that in itself is deep, in it. That is quite a deep.
But I'm glad that a couple footballers now stepping up,
Yeah.
not shying away from the occasion, mate.
More people, yeah. The more, I mean, when incidents like that do happen, yeah, it's always helpful when we do speak up.
Can I ask a question, lads?
What was the question?
Question to the panel. When does racism end in football?
Yeah,
Mate,
it never.
I don't
It
know.
won't.
I think it will always be there. You know,
It will always
It's so sad
be
to
there,
say,
of
but I think
course.
you can't like look at this like, now. Before we was thinking about the supporters. Now there's fourth officials saying stuff now. So look, it's getting deeper
It's a
and deeper.
joke. It's a joke, man. It's a joke.
We have football players. Now we got everything's happened now.
But you know what's funny is in the context of where he was, of who he is, the fact that he's a fourth official, he still fought and justified it when they stuck it on him and said, yeah, I said what I said because it means it in Romanian, where he's missed the point completely. It's the fact that he has a responsibility and they go through enough training to know better, to not say certain words, whether it be in whatever language it is. You have to be aware of your surroundings. You're in a professional workplace. That would never would that ever happen in your office or any of your workplaces? That's how it's got to be treated. Sometimes we make an exception.
No, it's weird though because
yeah.
even at work sometimes, like whenever there's a thief or something, they always say, "Oh," and they go give us a description to the security guards, and they go, "Yeah," or he's black, big. Da, da, da. Like some people might not think it's bad, but it's the way they say it as well. Sometimes, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, but regardless of how you're saying it, the fact
No,
of
but
the
then
matter
that's
is
the
he
only
said it,
description,
right?
Yeah,
He
but
said
that's
it.
the only description they can say, though, no?
No, because he didn't need to say. Was it
I'm not
Negro? Is it
defending- hey, I'm
Negro, whatever it is. He didn't need to say it.
I'm not defending him.
He could have chosen the word black. He could have said any other
could say
word.
his
He could
name.
have said the guy. He could have said the name. Maybe he didn't even know his name. Let's give him that benefit of the doubt. He could have still pointed at the guy and said the guy with the black tracksuit bottoms with a grey jacket walking towards us.
True.
And Will, am I wrong? Correct me if I'm wrong. He was already walking towards him as he pointed at him.
Yeah,
Is it?
I mean,
I don't know. Just to add context,
I
as
think
to
he
people who haven't seen the incident.
pointed to or made reference to the man
Yeah,
in conversation with the referee, I believe.
right.
That's
fourth
why.
official.
That's why the red card was shown
Yeah,
to him.
and then it was to determine who it was to.
Yeah, but it doesn't justify. There's no justification
There
as
isn't,
to
is there,
why
really?
he had to make reference to
I thought
the
of every
man's
single
skin
scenario.
colour.
Yeah,
to point out to the referee.
and it just doesn't make
who
sense.
he
Yeah.
is. Sam, I think to answer your question, racism ends in football when racism ends in life, because
Exactly.
football is a part of life for many of us, many others,
100%.
and many people.
It's always
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
always gonna
Totally
be
agree.
there.
It's
It's gonna
sport.
be like that bad smell on the back room.
It
somewhere.
will. It's just
that dirty sock you leave in the back of your room.
it's
You know what I
interesting.
mean? That society can't rid
I
of
don't know what
itself.
you use your
The
socks
thing is,
for.
You know what I mean? That's how you gotta look at it. Think of it.
when
Society
you look
as a
at,
room.
when you look at it like
There's that
though,
stench.
it's like
It's
why
racism.
is it conveniently brought up at different times?
It's true.
It's not an everyday
Occurrence.
topic for it to be churned out. Like, it's not a message being churned into young players in the academies on a daily basis. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't teach education in any footballing academies, but I don't believe it would be part of the syllabus in a football academy, because it's definitely not part of the
What's that?
syllabus
To
in
equality and stuff. You mean like?
in a normal schooling system or regular schooling system. Well, to be taught every day, that's not drummed into your head. You don't start the day with a prayer about how to be equal.
You don't. Yeah, it's true.
That's not something that takes.
It's football
place
first and
or
foremost.
There's
Yeah,
no
yeah.
mantra.
Yeah.
To churn that
Yeah.
into someone's brain, if that's what you want to do to effectively brainwash them into not being racist, it just walks a very thin line, innit? Because you could talk about it every day,
Yeah.
but if you do, it takes away from the football.
It does, and that's the shame. The fact that we're not talking about the football, but we're talking about what happened, the side of the game. That
But
takes
what about
away
other
yeah.
sports? Like, are you telling me like rugby and
Yeah,
cricket? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of them old school. Like, I'm sure there's racism in every sport.
Yeah.
So
but why is it?
I don't
is
know
it
why.
because
Maybe
football-
because footballers
the
get paid a
popularity.
lot of money, but
It's
then
the
again,
popularity as
we're
well.
the people that
Yeah.
subscribe to the
That's the
the
answer
companies and
you think
the,
it's, huh?
television
I think they
stations.
said the answer there because all the other sports
Like-
are not as big Also, they probably do happen in them sports, but because we're not tuned into that world, you will never know.
You'll never know. But hang on, with football though, it's like it's blasted in front of the media for everyone to see.
It's the popularity of the
Newspapers,
sport.
Sky
Yeah, of
News
course.
and all,
Yeah.
You know, there are obviously other news outlets, but it's everywhere.
It's true.
It's everywhere, and I'm sure it happens in other sports as well.
But I mean, like, the facts of it is he was a fourth official and he used
Okay.
a term that was derogatory in the context in which he used it. It wasn't whether he used it, it's the surrounding, the environment he was in. That was my sort of case that I was trying to say. Because you can say, yeah, but I innocently said it in my language, but I don't know. You can't really justify it.
Same
can
thing's
you?
happening to Cavani right now, right? He's getting looked into. By
Cavani?
the, yeah.
Oh, is it something to do with Twitter? I bet
No,
it's to do with
Instagram.
Twitter. What happened?
I think he posted something on Instagram that was racist, and then he's getting looked into by the FA.
Yeah, footballers do it. Remember Bernardo Silva when he did a little private joke
He got
between
banned.
him and
He got banned, though, innit?
yeah, between him and who was it?
Sterling.
Mendy.
Oh, Mendy, I said one of them.
See, again, it's a player saying yes, but I used it because in my language or in where we're from, it means this, that, the other.
No, it's fact.
But that takes away from
You know what's crazy
no,
though?
your responsibility is to know better.
You know what's
You're
crazy
on
though?
a platform to know
If
better.
he said it to him face to face,
He's in a position to know
if
better.
he said it to him face to face, yeah, no, the fact that it was on social media is the fact that it went blown up that big.
Yeah.
Because no, he probably have said it to Mendy before in training.
Yeah, but that's not the point.
I
It's
know,
bigger
I get,
than
no,
him.
I get,
Yeah,
no, I get
yeah,
that.
yeah,
though, I
yeah,
get
yeah.
that. So the fact that he was so comfortable of him saying to him
Saying
face to
it,
face,
yeah.
he thought me saying it on social media,
It's fine.
it's fine,
Just saying.
when, which wasn't.
Like a
You know what I'm
joke,
saying to you?
between
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
context, isn't it? Context.
Does that make
We-
it?
we
This
all
still
have-
doesn't
hey,
make it
hey,
acceptable.
we all have that one black friend that says the N word. One person that's not black that says the N word.
But he's not gonna go to Twitter and then.
Yeah, I
time
know.
out.
That's what I'm trying to say to you, though.
Yeah.
But if he did say it on Twitter, then he's gonna get.
But he knows between doing that and deciding to actually tweet that, he knows the boundaries. Like
Yeah,
your
true.
friend, you get it. So
That's
how's it?
that's kind of a bit screwed though, isn't it? That means he has to now live in this warped sense of reality. He can't say what he wants to say, bro.
Like using the
But he's
N-word.
using social media where you should be able to
It's
say what
true,
you want
we-
to
we
say.
don't-
Like,
we-
you can't even communicate between your friends
Yeah,
without everybody else having an opinion on what you're saying. Like,
it,
I get
it's,
it. He
It's a
could've
conundrum.
direct messaged it to him or whatever, but it's a comment under an Instagram post is something that is there to be done. That's the reason. There's a
Yeah.
little speech bubble in it, so you can leave a comment. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
That's true. And free
Like,
speech.
If you want, yeah,
he can come back and
it's-
say free speech.
It's so
All of
personal.
that.
Like
But-
we've got
Say
into
free
his
speech, who?
personal
Racist
Who, the
world.
fourth
hide,
official?
racist
No,
hide behind free speech, though. That's the thing. That's another thing as well that gets abused. Like if you clocked it, a lot of the justifications, yeah, but why can I not speak my mind if this community can speak its mind or that community? Which,
But also, do you feel that
in the grand scheme of things, when you think about it,
anyways, though, the
logically,
punishment, the
it makes
punishment's
sense.
not that deep anyway. Like, what could like, well, he'll get fired for being a fourth official. He probably wouldn't care anyway. Like,
yeah, but it's-
nothing's won at the end of the day.
But it's bigger than that. It's UEFA. You see what I mean? And you know how these things go. There's like,
It's
and
not-
hold on, Will,
not
as
gonna
well.
get
Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's audio, right? So there's no crowd. There was no
Yeah,
crowd.
there's no crowd.
But you
So
can't
there
hear him
should
say
be-
it. I don't think you heard. Do you hear him say it?
Well, this would be
Oh, yeah,
interesting.
you do. When you watch the video
But this
back
would be
on,
interesting.
if you were watching it live
Yeah.
on the BT Sport app
Yeah.
and you slide the slider back,
You can hear the
Yeah.
talk.
13th
Yeah.
around there, you
Unless
can
someone-
hear the whole conversation.
hear
It
them
goes on
chatting,
for a
man.
good 11.
Unless someone screen recorded that, but that's gonna be gone.
No.
Yeah.
But,
I mean,
but
look.
there's audio. There might be audio around. If
That's
they,
what I'm saying.
if
Someone had to
they,
record that.
if they really wanted to look into it, they could. Is my point.
No, my point.
It's
up.
quite open and shut though, bruv. Like
Yeah.
I don't think
That's typical.
these
UEFA.
investigations that always take place around things. I get that there's protocol put in place by God knows who, bruv.
But it's the
there-
culprits
there's
investigating themselves,
protocol. It's
isn't it?
just like,
It's them
why
investigating
do you need
themselves.
to investigate what
Yeah.
he's doing? It's so you can do VAR and investigate whether that brother was offside or not by his fingernail, but this takes
There might be
time
investigate-
to investigate the
You know what it is, though?
incident that
Trust.
was live broadcasted.
It's crazy.
And
Maybe
the whole world
millions
saw,
of
and he's
people.
talking about.
Maybe because
like,
the
we're
fact-
not talking about the hill that was
Go on,
offside
Moss.
last week no more.
Maybe
You
because
know
of-
what I'm saying.
yeah, maybe-
We're talking about
maybe because
this
of the
and-
fact
but
that,
the investigation.
the fact that is a like a deep like not to, a deep discussion for them to have because they one need to check how big the punishment could be.
Punishment.
Yeah, because for example, you can't like for example act straight away like that. They're gonna have to get all the information, and once the
What
information.
information, my brother? millions of people saw
Nah,
the
no,
information.
I'm trying
Bro.
to say to you, it's like if
Do you
they
know what I
acted.
mean? I
No,
don't
but
know.
I'm saying if they acted that quick like that, They want to get all the like everything together, and then they'll do the discipline or whatever.
What? So there has to be reports and all of this.
No, not that big. I'm trying to say, like,
I think
they want to cover their back, innit? So they want to do everything correctly in the correct manner. So they get all the info. They might take statements from here.
Listen,
here,
it's
here.
like
that's the beauty of live broadcast, my bro. Like that should cut all of those corners having to happen.
But you still need
The evidence is there. The jury pay.
He said what he said,
on
didn't
your
he?
channel, and it's obvious to
Didn't the fourth official repeat it? Will?
Yeah, he admits to what he said. I get the only investigation there needs to be is what was said.
Yeah.
What was the context? That's it.
Okay,
Two
cool.
questions. That doesn't take.
I mean, but that in itself,
you can say
that
even if
doesn't
the
need-
adrenaline's high, because there has to be adrenaline.
There
high,
is no
maybe
justification.
because of the reaction of the players. I'm thinking of silly excuses, but these are excuses that if they were used in a court of law, they could stand up. So
It's
that
crazy.
doesn't take very long. You know, there's an issue that needs to be addressed. What was said? What was the context? If he said it in a context which was not meant to be offensive, or a simple apology for being misheard.
Do you think that's acceptable though?
Bro, do you know what? Whether I think it's acceptable or not doesn't really matter. Like, it's the example it sets, yeah? Evidently, because this is the topic at the moment, there's going to be any incident in which you say any word which could be deemed as derogatory at all is going to be pulled up. I don't want to say that's wrong, because that shows something's being done, yeah? I'm an advocate for something being done rather than nothing being done.
Yeah.
But where do you draw the line? I'm sure there were pundits on television, I don't want to say defending,
Yeah,
but they may have defended at some point in their life, and they were defending his behavior.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
defending, saying, no, that's my guy, I back him. It's like, see the other side. See the other side. Maybe he didn't mean
yeah,
it
but
this
is it?
way.
I mean, but
It's because it's such a sensitive subject at the moment.
Yeah.
It's like, even the reaction from the gentleman that was sent off was...
Who's that? The Webber.
Webber.
Webber, yeah. The coach, yeah.
Yeah. People was saying, oh, he was aggressive. You know, if he hadn't have been so aggressive, the situation
was
would
only
have been
aggressive
blown
until
so
he
out
was-
of hand.
Wasn't it?
Like, I'm sure he was on the receiving end of how he
Yeah.
was spoken about, how he was referred to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe the way in which he said the word caused this man to react like that. If that is the case, is that derogatory, bro?
Yeah, but
You
even
know
if you
what
take,
you're saying.
but
You know what I
Will-
mean? You know what you know. We go school, innit? We go work, rather, yeah? He goes work, and his job is to be fourth official, bro. That's his career path, innit? Like doctor goes to do little general practice, and surgeon
that's
goes
what
to
I'm
cut
saying.
man open,
He should
fix you
know.
up and
He
tie you
should
back
know
together.
better, though. Will.
He's taught what to do. So if no one's taught him to be up to date with the agenda of, bro, if you
Yeah.
speak in your local dialect,
Yeah.
in your local town,
So then he
with
shouldn't
your
be a
local
referee,
people, or with other people who speak the same language as you, then it makes sense to speak like that, right? Cool. But know where you are doing that. We're not in.
Thank you.
It's
Hit
not a
the nail
social
on the head
environment.
there,
You're at
man.
work now, yeah.
It's the
Whether or not
environment
you
you're
speak
using
like
it
that
in.
outside of work or not. If you, I don't want to call a man racist, but if there are people in the world that are racist, some hide it well. They're racist behind closed doors, but out in the open, they love everybody. Do you know what I'm saying? We can't control what you do behind closed doors. How you treat me to my face is how I have to take you at face value. Now, if that's the communication between those two, there was obviously something not politely said.
Of course.
Or if it was not politely said, the way in which it was said was obviously
Not well
maybe
taken.
not
That's the fact of the matter,
antagonistic,
man.
but
It was said though.
it wasn't
Will.
said positively. Let's just
No,
put
but it
that
was
way,
said
innit?
though, wasn't it? My argument to what you're saying was it was
his
said.
justification was though that that's how they refer in Romania.
Yes,
when
and
they
the
speak Romanian, like,
yeah,
okay, that's a fair. If
in
whether
Romania,
we agree or not, yeah,
that's in Romania.
is cool.
Yeah.
But until they make English the universal language in football,
Yeah.
if that's the case, because we all speak
yeah,
English.
yeah.
Not every other country does.
Yeah.
Then we can't have that argument, really, innit? Because it's like
I get what you're
can't
saying.
tell
If you're
I hear
telling-
coach, you speak to
yeah.
man in Portuguese, in Spanish, in French, innit? Like we can't then tell the coach, yo, you have to speak to my man in English so I can hear the tactics.
Yeah.
It's how you say things and when you use certain terminologies. Yeah, you don't have to refer to man's skin color to tell me who needs
No,
to be
you
sent
don't
off or
exactly.
who's
The
acting up.
average guy on road will tell you can call anyone by anything. That brother there, or my guy with a hat, or
when
my
you look in
this.
the ref report at the end of the game,
Yeah.
ref ain't written 14 minutes black man booked.
Yeah.
White man booked. You know,
Exactly.
Asian player of Korean descent.
Descent booked.
Dot star whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Democratic. You know, they don't go into detail and then say, you know what I mean? 56-minute book. That's not happening.
It's,
you know,
he had a choice.
He knew, innit?
The fourth official. Thank you. I'm glad you said that. He had a choice whether to use that term, knowing the environment he was in, and he yet still chose to use it, knowing the backlash he could get for it. And this is my thing about it is we can sit here and say, but if you're at this workplace, you're at that workplace, you wouldn't use it like this. I would call the guy by his skin tone because there might be 3 other guys that are of different complexion. So, but that is something that's private between yourselves. If you've got that relationship with your friends, then fine. But I'm saying he's a professional, a fourth official, a body, may I remind you, that's currently has all these campaigns going, kick it out, all of that. So
Say
if
no
one
to
of
racism.
your representative, you see what I'm saying to you? So if they actually hang on to him and he keeps his job, my thing is, what message is that sending to everyone else from UEFA?
I don't think he will keep his job anyway.
No, well, I don't know. We don't know that. You know what I mean? Like Will said, if they want to investigate and all of that. My thing is, what is there to investigate, my guy? What was said was said.
No, but
right?
it's, like you said, because it's a touchy subject.
The only thing they should be
it's
talking
good to
about
get
is the
all
punishment,
the
not
information
what
you
was
need.
said, man.
Then you act.
It's a touchy subject, but this happens every once in a blue
It's
moon.
only a touchy subject because we call it that. Call a kettle what it is. If it's black, it's black. If it's white, it's white. Call it what it is what I'm
But
saying.
that's what he did, and he got in trouble for doing it in his own language.
No. Not in a literal sense, Will.
You know what I
I
mean?
like
That's
how Will
what he
did
did,
that.
bruh.
I didn't mean it in a
In
literal
his own
sense.
language.
Yeah, not meant in a literal sense, but I like it. Yeah, I see what he did there.
No, I was just gonna say.
I just meant, listen, if he's being racist, call him racist is what I meant. Call it what it is, bruv. Don't sugarcoat around the...
Go on. S Boogie.
S Boogie.
No, I was just gonna say he knew what he was doing and he knew what he was saying. You know what I mean? Like, there's no excuse
Of
because
course.
this happens every couple of weeks where
Happened twice.
twice.
Oh, the
whatever.
Millwall. Oh, Millwall.
Millwall, yeah. It
The
happened the
fans
weekend
booing.
before that. That's
That's
mad.
crazy.
Oh, but they didn't like.
They just got into the
I think
stadium.
there's a bit of a difference in that one, though, isn't it? Though, like, that's not. There was no.
It's the fans
my
booing.
man
The fans were booing. That's basically
audibly said something.
No.
But the fans were booing the
BLM.
the
The pro-
BLM, innit?
Yeah.
And then everybody assumed because it's Millwall that they're saying, yeah, they boo the movement. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. We don't know.
It was a nice
No one-
gesture.
no
I
one
mean, innit? I
interviewed
think
them.
the following week,
There was no
the
investigation.
following week, the two
That's my point.
teams, the two teams, QPR. And
Yeah, they done a little gesture
done a
there.
little gesture,
Yeah, with
but-
the holding arms, linking
Linking
and
arms.
that. But you know what's mad about that? It's
Yeah.
like,
Go on, Will.
all right, deep
Speak
this,
your mind.
yeah. Now it's just like, okay, so you told us how to behave, so we followed the protocol because we didn't want to not miss the match. You know what I'm saying? The first time round, it was kind of like we're doing what we want to do because we want to do it.
Yeah.
But then the way they addressed it was like, yeah, guys, if you go to the stadium, yeah, you can't do that this time. So they were like, so basically, if we do it, we're gonna get kicked out. So we just wanna do
I
it
think they
this
want to
time.
let supporters in.
Like we were told not to do it, so we didn't do it. We
come up
followed
with
the rules.
something.
That doesn't make me not like. Do you know what I mean? That's not gonna make me go away and change the way I feel and change the way I am.
That's
I just
true. It's
abided
true.
by the rules, bro. Some people like to smoke weed. Imagine you can smoke weed in the stadium. You know you can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Perspective. It's perspective.
imagine I did it and then
Yeah.
found out from security. Per se, and security was like,
That's
"No,
the
you can't
security.
do that here." Bro,
Hey,
you've
big
had
man,
hits,
hey,
innit?
big
You're-
man, take
you're
that
already
shot
lead.
outside.
So you're like, "Oh, okay, well, I won't be doing this again."
Yeah.
Innit? But it worked this time, so it's cool, isn't it? Like,
Will moving like Chappelle.
well, you know what I mean, though. You know what I'm saying?
Just
It's a bit
spoke
mad,
up.
like how you
Nah, I
address
know
it.
what
But
you're
then other people could say, "All right, cool. Then how do you expect them to address it?"
Address it, yeah.
Like,
You know what it is?
I
You're
don't-
right.
I
You know what it
don't
is, Will? You know what it is? They're doomed.
responsibility
They're
to
doomed if they do. They're doomed
tough.
if they don't.
Yeah,
Any organization that does or doesn't do anything about it is doomed either way because there's always two sides to it where you say you're doing too much, is political correctness gone mad, or you're doing too little, you're not doing enough, we need to see more change. You can never please both sides.
you can't.
So the
Because
best thing
do you know,
the best thing
it's
we can
because
do,
we always
Will,
highlight the minority, though, bro. Like it's like
we do, but we do it.
pay
It
attention
happens.
to so much negativity. Yeah?
But we need to
we're
be
all
able to
so
take-
sensitive. Like we're so sensitive. We're in a realm where we're like telling people how to behave, bruv. Like
Political
whoa,
correctness is-
like,
well, yeah,
like,
but-
I'm not saying
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like, be racist or don't be racist. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is like,
But what is the
bloody
message,
hell,
though?
mate. Like, you're as human as I am. Like, do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like, I choose to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
So you choose to do what you want to do. Like, if society doesn't take it on and doesn't like it, you're gonna have to listen to the masses, innit? Why always highlight the minority and make that the point? That's what we do that a lot here. Everything always comes down to like, oh, look at what the minority's doing though. Like, the majority were clapping, mate. A minority booed. Do you know how many people were in there? The percentage of the people that cheered against who booed. You must have been like,
Is this the Millwall
I
fans?
swear someone's booing. Yeah,
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? It wasn't
There
like
was a good handful of them. No, there was a
Mate,
good handful.
I didn't see a good
2,000
handful.
fans allowed
There
to the
was.
stadium.
I mean, you could hear the words. You could hear them saying,
There's-
get up, fucking get up. Bruv, you can hear them.
Oh, you could
You
hear
can
it.
hear the racism in their fucking tone.
Oh, I don't know,
Fucking
bro.
get up, you get your fucking...
But then that's
So, if
media
you hear
could
that,
like
come
increase
on,
the
bro.
volume of that. Nah,
You
bro,
can't
look,
sugarcoat that, Will.
hang
Will,
on.
you
No,
can't
bro,
sugarcoat
it's not
that.
sugarcoating, but
Yeah.
what I'm trying to do is not allow everybody
Yeah.
anymore to be so sensitive about everything, because we're
No,
going to
you're
end up
right, you're
highlighting
right.
every negative thing
I agree with you. Yeah.
that we're going to be even
It takes
worse.
away
Like,
from
we're
the
in a
real
position now where
issues.
we're looking at
Yeah.
everybody's behavior and we're telling each other how to behave. Motherfucker, like, do you know what I'm
It's-
saying? We need to G-check how we're behaving ourselves.
Yeah.
Before we're
We
telling
need to
everybody about how they
look
should
at each
behave and what-
other.
If people
Yeah,
feel that way, they
it's
feel
true.
that way, blood. You
But-
can't just like always focus on that small minority that do. The majority of people don't. So why don't the majority of people that don't focus on something more
Uplifting.
uplifting and the good side and why this is a good thing, to maybe change the minds of the people that don't agree in a different way.
But it's,
Instead of just trying to ram it down their throat. All right. Look, everyone's upset, so you can't do this no more. Or can you not do it in the stadium? Like, you know what I'm saying?
so rather
Outside
than...
what you do, I don't really care. But when you come into the stadium, you can't do it. Now, I won't come to a stadium. I'll just pay on Sky and I'll stand outside and do it. Or I'll
I
go
think
to the pub
also,
and do it and whatever.
Will...
Like, you can't. Let's not. You know
You
what
know-
I'm saying?
you know what
There's
it
so
is as
many
well.
places you could go. We
Individuals.
can't keep, just
Yeah.
nitty picking and stepping on the minority all the time, mate.
Yeah.
If you really want to outcast that,
But
kind
who
of
puts
behaviour
that
from
out though,
society,
Will?
you
That's what I mean.
outcast
It's what you
people that
feed.
do it,
It's,
and that's that.
it's what you feed to yourself. Who puts that out? If whatever you're looking at or what you're surrounding yourself with is that, and it's in front of you, and you see fans, and that's the game you watch. If that's the environment you're in, then naturally that's what you know. That's what you pick up. That's what was fed to me. So also,
I
it's
don't
like
know.
I could.
Things are pushed in your face a very different way from how
Yeah.
we grew up. Now,
So my
bro.
feed is different to your
It's a
feed,
bigger
right?
influence.
If we look at it like digitally, your feed and my feed is different. Even digitally, if you look at everyone's different Instagram accounts, we all have different interests and different feeds, right? Algorithms, there you go. But yet, it's crazy that the algorithms that actually determine what we're into and match us with certain things, it's the same stuff that's pushing out a narrative, like you said, that's dividing us.
Yes.
Do you see what I mean?
I agree.
And that's what I mean. It's those tools of I don't want to say media, but it's those tools.
It
We
is
know what
media.
you know what I'm talking
It is
about. Will
media.
you lot are onto me, innit?
Media.
Exactly. So what I mean is we have to. I think we have to take everything with a pinch of salt, or take everything with balance. I can't look at one thing and determine that's wrong. For me, when I see something wrong, I need to see the whole story. I need to see why did this happen? Where certain people quickly sort of see it on face value and maybe look deeper into it.
You like to see the whole thing, right?
So
The whole thing.
That's
rather than determining off face value to go off of that, because there's like, you know what WhatsApp recently did? They stopped people from sharing more than 2 or 3 groups now, right? Before you could share stuff, pictures, videos with as many groups, but WhatsApp, I think, is to stop fake news and stuff, innit?
Okay.
To spread of fake news and that.
Who
So
owns WhatsApp?
that's what I mean. Facebook,
Right.
WhatsApp, Google. I mean, all of these, and we probably should have talked about this last week.
Nah.
That's
Social
right. No, what
media.
you said right
But
now.
I mean, that determines what I'm saying is as to how we view things, like how you view something that's happened, how I view something that's happened. But yet, we need to be able to find a middle ground and understand, hold on, who's actually pushing the narrative here? You know what I mean?
All right. We're in the media. All right, go
Before I
on,
forget,
go on.
yeah. You said right now that when you see something, you have to investigate all before you.
I think everyone likes to, yeah.
Okay,
But
cool. Don't you think UEFA doing this right now with that situation?
yeah, but when
'Cause
we
you can-
but
you
we've
can-
seen
you-
we've seen
you
the
can
same
see-
thing.
No,
they
no, no,
see.
no, no, no. But then they're probably getting more. Like I said, to you, statements from all. There's other players that was around They're probably talking to
If you mean
everyone
about
around
they're
this-
trying to handle it professionally and in a manner of, okay, cool, of
'cause
course,
can't
they
react
have to
that
handle it,
quickly
but
off that one video.
Bro,
Do you know what I'm trying to say to you?
if you say that
Yeah, but-
Do you know what I'm trying
they're
to say,
still
though?
gathering statements, yeah, then
if they have a process,
bear in
that's
mind there were no fans in the stadium, and the incident took place in a stadium.
in front of
Yeah,
cameras.
I got that.
None of those people
Yeah.
would have left that stadium without giving their statements there and then.
Cool, they're
They're a professional organisation.
Yeah.
What?
UEFA.
Yeah, bro.
Right.
Bro. Well,
As professional as they
I
can
ain't
be.
trying to ruin sponsorship. You know what I mean? I wanna get into sports and that.
No, I get
but, you know,
what
like,
you're saying, but
if
we can't.
I suppose we could
we can't
even,
accept the quick.
That'll be another thing. They could easily use that as, oh, it's taken so long to do an investigation. Let's start
We
investigating
have a
people up in
process,
the gods who
all
are
that.
not doing their job properly,
Yeah.
X, Y, Z, just to phase it out, and then we don't hear about it again. To the Court of Arbitration in 2023, like, you know what I'm saying? And everyone's like, "What's that case?" I don't remember that. But in terms of immediate response, it's not difficult. You can immediately tell me when a goal's been scored.
That's what I mean. I've
The
seen
guy's been
VAR.
suspended, though.
Listen, I've seen VAR decisions quicker than this process of them trying to work
I
out
don't know
what was
VAR
racist.
decisions
Who
you've
is.
seen that quick, cuz.
Nah,
Actually,
then-
what
I'm
talking
still
about-
waiting for
yeah,
a couple
actually,
of slides. You know what I'm saying?
What am I talking
I
about?
see
Not
man walking
VAR.
off the pitch now and they're looking
You're right,
back
you're
like,
right.
Bro,
Yeah.
hey, why are we on the screen? Is it a pen? Like, you know what I'm saying? You
Not
don't know
VAR.
what's
Goal
what.
line technology. There
And
you
all
go.
of that. Nah, like,
But you're right though. You're
I
right.
hear you, the investigation.
It's
you know,
bullshit though.
is-
But
it
everyone
shouldn't
saw. They
take this-
saw
this
what
No,
we
long.
saw.
we all saw
You see
it. Yeah,
Shouldn't take
so
this
I get that. Everyone saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But has he been suspended yet?
I don't think they've even have they even
I haven't
commented.
actually heard anything.
No, they
Yeah,
haven't.
yeah. I
They may
think
put a statement.
I think he has been
Made-
suspended.
Yeah.
Obviously public about it.
We can put it at the bottom. That's all.
All right, here what now? So we're on a media platform, yeah?
Yeah.
That's what we are. We're on a podcast. So
Yeah.
we're now in the world of media. So we can
Headphones.
have an opinion legally to be politically correct. I'm going to be politically correct with what I say next as well, yeah?
Okay.
Just for the benefit of the doubt. We're on a media platform.
Yeah.
We speak to each other, yeah?
Yeah. On air or off air, you mean? On
Both.
Oh, okay, both. Yeah,
Both.
go on.
But we're on air now, yeah?
Yeah.
If one of us
Yeah.
refers to one of each other as the N-word, yeah?
Yeah.
We might say it in a different context. We may or may not, yeah? If we do it on air, what do we say to the people that will comment underneath and say, hey, you guys use that word and that's racist and I feel that's racist and that's the
doesn't-
racist word I've heard. The context in which we use it makes it okay for us. Is that what we're saying, yeah?
But I would question why they feel the need, because why is there that need for them to say it? Why do they question why we call each other that, or why we call each other the N word? You see what I mean? I always question, where does it derive from? Where is that need to have to say it? You're of a certain race. I'm of a certain race. I won't call you by certain terms. You don't call it. Do you know what I mean? There's that understanding, isn't there?
But we speak to each other like that, yeah? This is our language. We speak.
Yeah.
We speak, innit? You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I think we should just cut out the word.
Altogether.
Yeah, man.
Altogether, to
I like-
save the hassle.
Not even save the hassle, that the fact that I don't like saying the word anyway, but the fact that we just don't use it,
Same.
people like the people around us will have this. They won't
Well-
say it, but like it will be like a ripple effect. Like we
Yeah,
stop
yeah,
using
yeah.
it, then your other circle stop using it, then it will eventually be like that. And then we will never have situations like we will have situations like this, but it won't be as often. I personally don't like the word at all, man.
I could turn any word in the dictionary around to be positive, which is a negative word in the dictionary, depending on how I say it. But we say
Yeah.
sick now. Bro, you say it to my mum, and she's like, who's it? Oh. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. You okay? COVID,
it's
2020,
true.
you need to come out the
I
yard.
heard,
You know what I'm
I heard
saying?
my mum say.
Whereas-
What I heard my mum say. Wagwan one. She went Wagawan. It was the cutest thing, bro.
But imagine we say sick like, yo,
No,
that's
no.
sick. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
It's true.
It had negative origins. We use it positively.
But that term, though, it comes from.
It comes from a place of
it's
hate,
from
though.
oppression and
That's
hate.
the difference,
Exactly.
innit?
Yeah.
That's why I'm
There's a lot more history.
I'm very skeptical about using
I
the
don't-
word. Like, I don't feel comfortable. Like, people say it to me. I'm cool in conversation. I don't just as soon as I hear it go, yo, brother, don't talk to me like that because I feel like you're oppressing me. You know what I'm saying? That's not my response.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would never
choose to use it.
I would never say it
but
like that, but I would say if someone was to say it to me, and then if it's my friend, eventually we'll talk, and then we might even talk about this subject together and tell him why I don't say it, and maybe he have his opinion.
So
about
you
that.
have a sit down with him and explain
No, yeah,
what
that,
you
yeah.
can and can't.
It'll be like a convo.
say.
Like normally you have random convos with your friends, no?
But if you start hearing it used on the news, how would you feel? Like, say Trevor McDonald's talking to what's the lady that used to do the news? Moira Sutton. Is it Moira? It's Moira. Old school one, man.
Moira, I can't remember.
You got good
Oh,
remember.
she got the curly hair and that with the Jerry curl look.
We'll find her. We'll find her. Check
Old
the
school.
bottom.
Old school.
We'll
She
get
used to
her.
present the news.
Yeah, go
Nah,
ahead.
She's one of the first black
Oh, so
female
black.
news presenters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know who I'm talking about? You know who I'm
Is
talking
she sort
about.
of like?
She's slim and
yeah,
she's got
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
curly
yeah.
Jerry curls,
Sort of
man.
hair up to here kind of
Yeah,
thing.
but it's
I
like
know who you're
curly.
talking about. I know who
you
you're
lot-
talking about.
Listen, she must
Yeah,
have
yeah,
rolled
yeah,
into
yeah.
Trevor.
She's a
McDonald's
legend in the
some
game.
shop
Well,
somewhere.
if he said it,
Big
I
Trev.
would
Big up
listen
to
to
her.
him.
No,
Go on,
but
Will.
you
What
know,
saying?
imagine Big Trev. Sorry, Mr. Sir Trevor
Man
McDonald.
said Big Trev,
No,
mate.
because he's a G, you know.
Put some respect.
to
Yeah,
him,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Aye, listen, anyway.
Sir Trevor.
Maltz knows.
Yeah.
Is it so?
Mr.
Actually,
Sir
is
Trevor
it?
McDonald, and I wish I could remember her name because this looks bad, man.
It's fine, but we know,
You know
who
who
it
I'm
is.
talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah,
yeah?
we'll find
Imagine
out people.
now
We'll put
she's doing the web
details at the
bar
bottom.
and, you know, Trevor McDonald's handing it over to her. And it's like, yo, my nigga, what's going on in the news today? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to hand you over to my nigga, yo,
Yeah.
to tell you about what's happening in the news. How would you feel then?
That's what I
Watching
listen
that. Watching that.
to.
You'd feel like watching.
I will bust up what you talking
But then
about.
all the people are going to
I
come
would
underneath
be
and
like,
go,
what
hey,
the
that
hell?
word
No,
was
but then-
used.
then-
We
yeah,
need to
yeah.
get them off
And the next
TV.
day in school, work, whatever, you're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear everyone say it.
So then,
Say like it's a
so,
calm thing.
okay,
So them
if now
using
it's
it on
been-
like
if it's
big
said on the
ITN
then,
news and
big
that.
ITN, yeah.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, it's not
ITV
like
or whatever.
every different nationality, race, culture watches ITV.
Exactly.
Right? So is it cool then from the next day for them to say,
Fuck
the whole world can then run the word? Cool, isn't it? Anybody, cuz. Anybody.
You say-
Anybody. I mean anyone.
Anybody. Yeah.
Man, I know you, cuz. Instagram, come on the bus. Old man,
Yeah.
not the same race as you. Hey, hurry
Start
up, my
saying,
nigga.
Run your pockets, bruv. He's like this.
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
Run your pockets,
Like,
big
brush
man.
with a stick and that.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, but my man
He's-
heard it on the
yeah, he's
news
talking-
last night.
it's
So,
true.
yeah, my nigga.
So you're saying the
That's the
speech-
only way you can check back to.
But
No, I
that,
won't.
Cause I don't know.
but that goes down to appropriation, though, Will, because you wouldn't expect that to happen on the
But we're
news.
turning the negative
But you
word to
wouldn't-
positive. That's what you said.
But how
So-
how's that
Yes,
positive
in
after this?
music,
Well, how's it
in the
not?
likes of music and film, I think to find like
It's
new
only
big-
allowed in music and film then.
not allowed,
What
but
about on a football pitch then? What about on a football
it
pitch?
gets said all the time. Let's be real, it gets said.
But is anything said about when it's said?
Because it's not captured, it's not there in the moment, and
Gee.
that term being used as a positive term is pushed out more than it is the negative.
But then
They don't want
the
us-
fourth
they don't
official
want
said
you
the
to
same
know.
thing in his own language, brother. That's my point. That's why I'm bringing it full circle.
Yeah,
The fourth
yeah.
official said the same thing in his
Yeah.
own language, my brother.
Yeah, but that's
Like,
what I'm
if man
saying.
them say it on the
You hear
pitch,
more. You hear
nah,
more.
he
of
said
it.
it.
Yeah,
It's like
saying the N word sells. Let's be real. It
what, but
sells.
only so
It sells.
exclusively for black people.
No, in music, I can just relate it to music as to why people use it in their terms and in music and why it gets.
I know
used.
why. Yeah, but
because it's a popular term to use in music and
so-
it sells. Yeah.
exclusively only black people can use the word then, or what?
No. Who states that? That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Nobody
I don't know
states
because
that.
I'm
There's
saying if
nobody
it's
that
said on the
states that.
news, yeah,
It doesn't
and it's
make it
like-
acceptable. I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying you can't use it. Well, I'm kind of agreeing and disagreeing with you. I'm saying to you, in one sense, it's being used in a positive if you ask those people using it musically.
Mm-hmm.
But in the scenario you've given, it's been used on a platform that is, I don't know, it's crazy. How do you put it?
How do
it's
you
not
put
expected
it?
of it.
Because
It's here.
you know
It's
what
not
I mean? I'm ready
expected
to
that
defend
sort of
music.
language.
But music's as
It
big as a
wasn't
platform as the
expected.
news, bro.
It's true, exactly. But at one point, it wasn't accepted in music either. That's what I'm saying to you.
It
But at
is
some
now,
point, exactly, yeah.
So what? Like,
but I don't know.
2021? What are you
it's
telling
too
me? Do
deep.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
Does
too.
Sir Trevor McDonald kick off the year? Happy New Year, my niggas. What's going
Listen,
on? If any
racism,
like, do you know
how
what
do
I'm
we
saying?
get it? Was it racism?
Would
in
that run?
football
How
and
would
that?
people
No, I
respond?
understand.
Well, it's just race. Well,
It's race in
racism
football
is
and the
racism.
bodies. Yeah.
We did bring it back, but I'm saying, like, in that guy's defense, then,
Yeah.
yeah, in a weird way, say he heard it said on the pitch, like you said it said on the pitch a lot. Is it? I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
I
Me
mean,
saying,
I'm
well, saying it said a lot, as in there's probably cases that we don't know of
Man,
where
them
it's been
refer to
used.
each other like that because man, them might know each other, kick
There you
ball with
go,
each other
yeah.
from day. Man, them talk, man, them talk. You know, you see at the end of the
Yeah,
game, man,
yeah,
them,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
good
yeah.
to see.
When
Man,
then
them
they-
link up from the England.
When they're in the
camp,
changing
like,
room with the two shakas, you
or
see
even
them,
if
the
it's
Pogbas
like
and
your
that.
team plays that team, there's a couple YGs that
Words
play
get
for
exchanged,
both
words get
teams, you know what I mean?
exchanged.
At the end, they
Yeah.
say, "Wow, what's happening?" my
But
brother?
even in
How's
different
your career
languages,
going?"
imagine that, different languages,
too.
yeah.
So are we gonna pick on
There's
every
terms
single
on-
bit of that now?
yeah,
and
it's
here?
true.
Oh, whoa, those two.
But we can only speak of
It's-
what's
it's-
in front of us, Will. That's what
Indeed,
I mean. Yeah,
indeed,
you see it.
indeed. And
Not
I did
to say to take
the
away
context in which you said
yeah.
there must have been something wrong with the context in which you said it for my man to react like that, Mr. Weber.
We'll agree to
You get
disagree
me?
because I agree with you that it depends on the context, but I also think regardless of the context, he shouldn't have been. He should know better than to use that term to begin with.
But
Full stop.
did you say that he said in his defense that they were being called gypsies?
Yes,
Is that what they come
that was
out
their
and said?
defense. Most on my way here, I must have read it, and it said that they came out in their defense and said, "Well,
the
to be
referees?
fair,
The fourth-
we
the
were getting
referees
called
or who?
gypsies. The fourth officials."
Oh.
Yeah, so they came out and said that, not obviously allegedly, but it was said and it's online. It's there for anyone to view. But if that's what they choose to come out with as a first thing to defend themselves, it's pretty lame, my friend.
Was
but
all-
it's
Were all the man them Romanian?
I think fourth
The
officials and
whole
referees, they're always from the same country.
officiating.
Usually when they
I think
officiate,
so. I think so because
Yeah.
Sometimes, no.
it's easier for them to.
No,
Yeah.
Champions
They
League,
mix-
I think.
Champions
Euro-
League they mix
I
sometimes.
feel like it's easier for them to
I'm
communicate.
sure in
Let's
the
have a
final
look.
they
Let me
have
have a
the
look.
because if the best ref is
Yeah.
from like Howard Webb was once
Yeah.
the
Yeah, no, but
ref
I
for the
believe that he
final,
might
but-
bring a group of team with him, innit? 'Cause I
Yeah,
guarantee-
yeah, yeah.
Imagine the one linesman's
Oh, is that
Italian,
how it
Usually
one's
they're from-
French,
yeah.
and the guy in the middle.
so they can
starts. What language
communicate.
are they speaking?
Yeah,
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 that's
that's what I mean. Yeah.
It's flag. Yeah, we flag like carnival. Fam. I said offside, but what's
Offside.
man said?
That's hey, Will, I say
He
offside.
said goal. He said goal. Like you don't know what.
That's
Boy,
it, go.
it's a
But no,
madness,
no.
isn't
But
it?
usually they're from the
Huh?
same. Yeah, they're usually from the same country.
They have to
from
be,
the same,
yeah.
yeah, to communicate.
Go for the
So,
goal. That
but
was
it's
in
interesting because didn't you
pro.
also notice that the Lino must have popped his head in to see what was happening?
Yeah,
and
my
man said,
man was
"No,
like,
I
yo,
do not want this
fam,
smoke."
If you watched it live,
Yeah.
the Lionel
I
shuffles over.
cracked up,
like,
blood.
it's the way he does it. He
Yeah.
strafes over because obviously it's a
Yeah,
situation.
yeah,
innit?
yeah.
So you know the Lionel was always on that.
There's
line.
always one kid in
Popping with the
school,
flag,
Will, you know
walk
that
forward.
does that.
It's like my man
What's
clocked the
this?
situation.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
And then he saw the camera there.
Yeah.
He saw it's a mad thing. And he was like, he just strafed back.
He's back.
You know the
Hey,
way, you know what Lionel when they walk on the line? He strafed back out the camera
Straight.
shot like he was saying, brother, that's you.
That's
you know?
all you
Like,
know.
I'm
I said,
not-
listen, you do you.
I'm not with you like
he
that.
said, I'm gonna be over here waving my
Bro,
flag
yeah,
if you
yeah,
need
yeah.
me.
He didn't say he didn't
But
want
did you hear what
to
Demba Ba said though? Yeah.
Not to
Yeah,
laugh,
yeah,
not
yeah.
to make,
Them
not to
bars
make
was-
light
yeah,
of the
yeah.
situation as well. But it's just obviously it's
was a
balance.
funny moment in
It was
the
a funny moment in a
situation.
serious
Yeah, yeah,
situation,
yeah,
which listen, you have
There
to
always
look
are
for
funny
as well,
moments
man.
in serious
Exactly, man.
situations. Always, it's life.
I'm glad that.
Sorry,
everyone-
sorry, I didn't cut you off. Go on. There was
what
another
did I say?
situation you were
No,
going to
no,
mention.
no. I said
Peggy
you-
Mitchell. Peggy Mitchell.
if you
passed
heard what
away,
Demba
man.
Ba said at the
Fucking
end, it
hell.
was good.
Debo. Who?
Why did you have to call him black
Well, we'll come back to that
Yeah.
one.
or refer to him?
We'll refer to him as a black man. Yeah.
black
This is
man.
very
That was
true.
weird, and the fact
Yeah.
that there was no crowd and you heard every
Clean,
word he
Yeah,
said.
it was.
Yeah, I'm glad.
You got to shout out the brother who was the boom operator that day. You know?
And Demba.
I'm
Boom
saying?
operator.
'Cause he clocked the,
The
thing,
sound
innit?
man, the
He must
sound
have been
man,
standing
innit?
there, the sound man, and clocked it.
Yeah.
What? Reach,
For
stick
real.
of 2 meters and drop. You know,
Yeah.
he's just holding it in. Yeah.
If you're
Them
watching
was
He's
this,
getting promotion.
if he's
man.
watching
saying.
this, we could do with the sound man because the one that we currently got is lying back on the sofa.
He's never doing his job properly.
I'm
Wait,
playing.
Well, you had a-
stay.
No, but
That was
listen,
shout
I
out
feel like you had a
to
question.
operator.
No, he didn't. He was just
no.
cussing us out. Listen, I wanted to pay homage, man. A couple of people
So
passed
Peggy.
away this week. Yeah, Peggy Mitchell,
Barbara Windsor.
legend,
about to
Windsor.
say, yeah.
Get at me, pub. The
Barbara
lady
Windsor.
that has
Carry
the
On
pimp
films
slap
and
of the
that.
industry.
Pimp slap.
Bro,
Who she
when
slapped?
she gave slaps, bro. But that's a legend right there, man. I
And
grew up
Debo as well,
watching.
right?
Right, Debo.
And
shout
Debo,
out. Bro,
of course,
do you lot
yeah.
remember Debo from WWF? I ain't talking WWE.
You know, I found out
trademark.
recently he used to be a
Zeus.
wrestler. I never
Yeah,
knew he
Zeus.
was.
You
No
don't
way.
remember Debo? Zeus.
What times though? Cartoon Network
Bro, the
times where it
times of-
switches.
Who was the brother with the shaggy hair that used to run around? Ultimate Warrior and them man there.
Ultimate
That's
Warrior.
old school, man.
Old school, yeah.
I don't remember that. Oh, you sure it
Did
was
you not
Ultimate
watch
Warrior?
it them days? WWF.
Listen, no,
Oh,
I
before the
used to
Panda got
watch. I
involved
used
and
to
it
watch
became
WCW.
For the what?
I
You were
used
that-
to
Yeah, but
watch
that came after. That
WCW.
came Nitro
For the
97.
what?
Before the
Yeah.
Panda, innit?
Yeah,
the
it
man
did.
with the Panda. World Wildlife Foundation.
Oh, they got involved in
Like
it.
they sued the team. Pattern. No joke.
I'm like the panda. Man.
joke.
What?
Sued the team. That's
You
why
thought
it's
you
WWE
were
now,
talking
innit?
about a wrestler, bro. Like, he's the
Nah,
panda.
Like, also,
Nah,
no,
like it's WWE now.
not the rapper.
I never knew
the
that.
game.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now it's called Game, innit? Because I think Triple H tried to sue him.
For the
No
name
way.
rights.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mad, innit?
That's crazy.
It's political, bro.
But listen, I used to. I
Shout
grew
out
up on
to Zeus,
WCW.
though,
I weren't that hard
Fridays are
into.
deep, huh?
Yeah, Fridays, bro.
Big boy
Speaking
Phil.
of which,
You know about Debo.
what's Friday?
This-
Oh, Friday,
And
Debo.
look,
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
This the kind of Debo shirt, you know.
Hey, but come
It
on.
is, yeah. I thought, is that you paying homage?
Yeah.
Hey, you know, when you walked in, I was like, why is he wearing a checkered shirt? He's like,
Hey,
this guy
homage,
come
bro.
looking like Debo. But you got to do unbutton the
homage.
top, bro.
What do you mean?
No, he puts it all the way up to the top.
one
innit?
button, just the
he
top
puts
button,
the
innit?
top. Yeah, that's
Like
it.
that?
Just do the top.
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, I can't breathe,
There
bro.
you go. Well, if you fucked it up, you should have done that from the beginning.
Let's try again.
It was a nice try. We're not media trained.
R.I.P.
people.
Debo.
For real, but homage where it's due though. But
Oh, it's
Football player. Rossi died as well.
Rossi, yeah.
Oh, the Italian guy.
Rossi, yeah, man. OG.
He was it 89?
OG.
I don't even know.
89, no?
No,
89
I think
World Cup.
Oh, you meant his age? Or?
Rossi, no, the World Cup that he was in. You talking about
90.
Rossi that passed away, innit?
1990.
80, 89, I think, or 86.
That can't be 86. It can't be
86 or
88 was the Euros. So
World
it can't
Cup,
be
World
89.
Cup,
World Cup
86.
was 90 or 86.
Yeah, it might
because
be.
it might be 86.
We'll find out.
86 was RG, no? Was that not Hand of a...
RG, yeah.
86?
It was.
All right. Hand of God?
The West End is a bit crazy.
Is it? Have you seen the Christmas shoppers? Are they out?
They're out of numbers, isn't it?
Serious?
Oh, yeah,
I, ain't
I
seen
think
that.
so. Yeah.
Disgusting,
And you know
bro.
what I don't get every year,
Yes.
it doesn't matter what happens. It could be world war, a pandemic, but
They need Christmas.
there's Christmas shopping. Like that
Funny,
period.
innit?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Mad,
There
innit?
is a crazy like.
I think it's just what you associate with Christmas, isn't it? The giving and this year.
Do you think so?
Will be like, yeah, because we've all
But
been
people who
through
even
so
don't
much,
celebrate
you know what I
get
mean?
kind of into it, but not to say that
It's
they
a spirit.
celebrate.
That's
It's
what
the
they call it, the
spirit of
Christmas
it, for
spirit,
real,
innit? Yeah.
definitely.
I see
It might be the month as well,
You know
December.
what? I've seen the funniest meme, yeah? We might have to add it on,
gonna
yeah?
get
It was
snowed
a
in.
Yeah,
guy,
we
it was a guy
Yeah,
saying,
shout it. Place
I've
your
talked-
bets.
Hold on, was not that? Was
Place
you?
your bets. No, I'm just saying.
Okay.
We're gonna get snow.
Yeah.
Christmas Day this year, we're going to get snow.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
25, 12,
I hope so,
2020,
bro.
It's going to be snow.
I hope so.
Anyways, yeah, I saw the
Try
fun.
to work out. You're a bad man.
No,
I didn't want to say it.
I was like
what are you
25,
working at?
20.
Ah.
He thinks we're gonna do. Or you think
Yeah,
we're gonna
yeah,
record?
I see
You
the
think we're
funniest.
gonna record?
Huh?
Do you think we're gonna record Christmas? Don't worry, man.
I
We're
don't
gonna record. We got the date.
No. Boxing
Mus
Day.
is ready to do
Boxing
some
Day is
overtime,
Saturday though.
right?
Boxing Day is Saturday.
Yeah, man.
Big football on that.
Yeah, we might as well bring all the food over. But yeah, there's a funny meme I saw. Yeah,
And Amazon Prime.
there was a guy saying, "I'll taught my kids everything about Islam," and then there's a picture of him doing a selfie, and behind there's fixing up the Christmas tree. So when you were saying earlier about
Yeah.
everyone gets involved with the Christmas spirit.
They do. Yeah, exactly.
That meme there got me because it's too. Oh man, everyone does it.
Yeah, it's true.
Is
Spirit of Christmas time, what it represents, and
But that should be. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't want to sound too much like a
Go on, get
hippie.
conspiracy,
A hippie. No, I will sound like a hippie, bruv. But it's like an appreciation of each other's. I don't know, holidays and festivities. Because my neighbor, like you, only because you mentioned it during Ramadan, my friend, like I'm Orthodox, right?
Yeah.
So I'm Catholic Orthodox. But every Ramadan or whenever it's Eid, she gives us food.
Yeah.
And then the other way around, when we fast for 40 days during Orthodox, we send her food. Like stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
man, it's community.
And the
spirit,
more,
that
that's what
culture.
I'm saying. And the more we have of that, the more there's an appreciation of each other's cultures and holidays.
Yes, man.
I
That's
think
how you
we
build
find,
communities.
yeah, we find middle ground. But the problem is, you need to be able to listen more than anything. Too quickly, we want to talk and get our point across. We need to just listen and be able to. I don't know, man.
Go on, what are you gonna say?
Respect
No, I did
others'
that 'cause he
opinions,
said
man.
Okay.
You know, yeah, he said,
I got
I'm
lost in the
clock here, innit?
sauce.
I was thinking in my head.
As soon as he said it, I was about to
I got
pretend
lost
to
in
cut
the
him off the
sauce.
show. That's what we need to stop doing, you know what I mean? But actually,
Yeah.
good point,
Yeah.
because
Then less incidents like that would happen.
we're too distracted for a reason, mate.
Yeah, go on.
Them little smartphones in your hands, bruv.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bruv.
These things.
These distractors.
It's true.
Yeah.
You seen Transformers, innit? Bumblebee and them man there.
Bumblebee.
These man are the same bracket.
Yeah, but
I'm
isn't
telling
this as positive as you make it, though?
you. Bumblebee's positive, cuz he saved my
Right.
man hella times. You didn't see
Yeah.
when he turned to the whip, man. Zoop. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't
Gone.
seen that bit.
Got what?
I don't see that
Bumblebee.
bit.
What?
On Transformers. Have you not watched
Nah,
Transformers?
I'm not that heavy into
I love
Transformers. You know.
Now, back in the day, obviously
Is
not
it?
now. I'm a big
Oh,
man.
the
you
old
get
school,
me?
the back when it. Okay, no, I
Hold it
weren't.
down, 10 years and that.
What was I fucking with back then?
I
can't remember what I was
different
fucking
decade.
with.
But
After
yeah,
decade,
yeah.
okay.
No, there's positives,
Yeah.
but I'm not saying the negative.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just saying the reason why.
Yeah.
You know,
It's what you usually fond of. Like, he was right though.
well,
Yeah.
communities can still be built the old traditional way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Take
true.
a little food around for Christmas and that.
That's it.
True.
Yeah.
I would post my address on this thing. I'm not really trying to. But
get
I
some
take the free
Christmas
food though,
baskets.
so- Huh?
Yeah, we will. No, if they want to send us Christmas baskets, they can. I'm saying.
Yeah,
So you can plug it.
baskets, because I'm looking at
Are you-
boxes and containers, bro. Inflation.
Or
bruv.
munchies as well.
Basket
Little
was
roast
back in
in
the
there.
Moses days.
For real.
You
What I'm
must
talking
be
about,
on
we got our
crates
own
right
chef,
now.
man. Sam.
He
He's
ain't
got
here,
the plug
bro.
Right here. Yeah, he ain't here. For real. We're hungry, big
So
man.
what
Come
we
back.
eating?
No, but it's a good point. It's a good point. It's a nice point.
Christmas cheer.
Yeah, man. But
Christmas cheer. The spirit's
listen.
starting to come alive this week. Here it is. We love it.
spirit, yeah.
Anything
Nice.
else? Any other good things happened this week, guys?
New
Yeah,
Year's.
Christmas tree right here. New Year's, what you lot doing?
Yeah, what's the plan for New Year's?
Ooh.
Because
Depends on the restrictions, isn't it?
yeah, for real. Because
Like, you know what's crazy though? Someone told me that if we have a lockdown,
There's
people are
places
still gonna be
banning
people are still
fireworks.
gonna be in the streets.
there's places banning fireworks.
Yeah?
There's places banning fireworks.
Fam, unless you
It's
get
crazy.
unless you get air police
Yeah.
to hold that firework, once it's let off, it's in the air.
Yeah.
So I don't know who's
Yeah.
policing them.
I
things.
know.
You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
Maybe some firework net company wants to.
I
build
think they want to
a platform
avoid
off of
people
that.
getting together like a
That's what it
gathering
is, innit?
happening. That's
Could
what it
try,
is.
but
It's gonna happen, bro.
I don't know. New Year's is a
course,
time
man.
I
where
can't really tell you what I'm doing because we're on camera.
Yeah, don't hold it
Don't
out.
want it, don't want that motive to get locked down.
No, yeah, keep your motive to yourself, my friend.
Yeah.
listen. I mean,
But what do you think if you guys got
Do your
hopeful
thing, innit?
plans, high expectations for the new year? Because a lot of what I'm finding,
For
and
New
again,
Year's itself or
no,
the
no,
New Year.
like as in the new year. Because what I'm finding myself, like obviously as you lot know, I'm like look, you know what I mean, always looking at new opportunities work wise and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized one thing, that a lot of these companies are hiring from sort of like January, February onwards. It's like as if almost they kind of gave in and said, you know what,
They know.
we're gonna let the rest of this year just ride out. And to be fair, we're halfway into December, but I clocked this from like a month ago. So I don't know. It's
Well,
quite funny.
they don't really
And-
hire in December in general, any do because
Do they? It's the last quarter.
There's a
I
lot
mean,
of
I think
some
they hire
do.
like November times maybe.
Yeah, some do.
Some do for like temp. You get a lot of temp.
But even the
roles.
temp stuff, well, yeah. I mean, yeah, it depends. I mean, there are people I'm sure that out there that have started work in December.
there's gonna
but-
be bare Amazon,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Dispatch.
But the approach is
packing.
interesting. That a lot of
The
these
game's
companies-
changed, you know.
Yeah,
Like, what's funny as well, yeah, about this year, which is why it's so New Year's is actually going to be quite a significant moment, yeah.
It is.
And I hope it's not New Year's online, but
yeah.
it's going to be
New Year's
significant, yeah.
online.
So we've actually been in this like lockdown, pandemic, whatever this thing is, yeah, for about 9 months now, yeah.
yeah,
Realistically, it's been 3/4 of the year, yeah. The financial year
I'd say,
starts
yeah,
again
I'd
in
say,
April, yeah.
yeah.
So I guess
10,
by about
yeah.
April, things should start really opening up properly. Probably businesses are planning for the next financial year, yeah.
yeah. But we thought that about this time, innit?
No, I mean now it's a bit obvious to say it's
Yeah.
winter time. If they did lock us in winter, half the people, mate, would save PE. Like, it's cold. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Christmas
This is the time we'd be
parties,
wishing
but
for it to be
imagine
like,
Christmas
yo,
parties.
guys, don't go out and spend unnecessary money
I
when you know
know.
you're brass. But people are born in January, so you have to celebrate the thing. You know what I'm saying? This time you can send texts and not worry about the paycheck. You know,
Yeah.
but still show love.
That
but
January paycheck is
I mean, let's see it like next year.
Yeah.
The whole game when we're all introduced back into it, like April when everything opens up again, it's gonna be way different.
But this is my question:
Their
what is
shops
back
ain't
into
gonna be
it?
there
though?
no more.
It might not be.
A lot of stuff's gonna be online. Mostly people gonna be used to this new habitual way.
Yeah,
after a
and
whole
I'm
year.
hearing the people,
Business
like
will
friends
change.
around me that sort of work in my industry that do what I do. They will tell you, listen,
do,
a
son?
lot
What
of
you doing?
my
You hustling?
and I work in
Slanging them
finance.
drugs.
But a lot of what
I
they
see,
do
brother,
is
I
they
see.
work at home. So their companies have seen the value in letting their employees work from home because they realize, hold on, they're a lot more productive. I was talking to a friend the other day and he was telling me, do you know what? I've been on my laptop till about 7, 8 in the evening and I'm at home.
yeah.
So he was more productive at home than he was in the office. But he didn't realize. So
But
also that's
are
a dangerous
you more
thing.
productive
That's
though at
dangerous
home?
though. This is what I'm
Because
saying. It's
you work
dangerous
longer
because
hours you can, bro.
yeah.
yeah, but there's structure. When you go into an office, you make that commute. It's almost part of a structure. So when you go home, you know that's your downtime. If you're working from home and then you need that difference where some people, what they do, they but like 5 o'clock, they put their laptop down, they go for a walk just to like break up the day. You see what I
Yeah.
mean? So they're not at home all day long. So what I'm saying to you is, in one sense, the companies have benefited because they've realized the value in letting their staff work from home. But in another way, we've paid the price for it, because now people are having problems differentiating between when is my downtime, when is my work time. Do you get it?
Yeah.
The structure's kind of gone out the window almost.
But that
'Cause some
is
people rely on
exactly
that.
what this
Yeah.
big grand reset kind of thing
You think
that's
is?
happening. Well, yeah, because
'cause
the
this-
economy's taken a big hit. Yeah, we're in a recession. That's
Yeah.
still happening, you know. We
Recession.
still have to, although there's a pandemic going on, there still has to be something to re-drive the economy. Now, you can't go back to plan A, because plan A, remember, it was a pandemic. It
Yeah.
was called instantly, innit? It was unexpected. There was no plan. They were planning as they were going along.
I could never pronounce that word.
Unprecedented.
There you go.
Now, it's like they've had a bit of time to put things into place. Companies can get used to things, yeah? Now everyone's used to working from home. It is kind of like the 9 to 5
the new normal,
is
isn't it?
no longer. Now it is your 24 hours you can be online.
But
As
how do
long
you
as
view
we have
that,
access
Will?
to-
I just want to get your opinion. Do you think that's because
It's a
mindset
representation.
of-
It's a representation of the changing world. That's how I view it, man.
but
Like,
for our
it's
mindset,
time-
is that positive or is that a negative thing for
It
us to?
Depends what you do with your time. It depends
Or what you do as a
what you
living.
now dedicate your energy towards. If you allow 9 to 5 is 8 hours of work, yeah, you had an hour lunch break in between in a fair company. If you didn't, that's peak, bro.
If that even,
Go half an hour to I'm a fit. Say it, don't agree with your
Yeah.
belly, you gotta let that go. You know what I'm saying? It's gotta digest and that, you know.
You ever
But-
go toilet? I go toilet on work time. I
Boy,
go toilet on lunchtime.
Imagine your boss is there like,
They're
yeah,
like,
30 minutes is up.
Yeah,
back,
it's like,
you
why
know
you
what
go
I'm saying?
toilet on your
But
lunchtime?
yeah,
Nah,
let-
blood.
oh,
That's my
boy.
time. Go on, Will, sorry.
If the hours
Yeah.
and now like it's still 8 hours 7 hours that you
Yeah.
dedicate to work, now you're available for 24 hours, so you might can pick and choose what hours you do. It might not be a standard 7-8 hour working day anymore.
But that's
the
set
new
for
norm
you.
might be
But
a
it's
10
set
hours.
for you though, isn't it? You don't have that choice.
Nah,
It's taken
but
away from
you
you.
might have to work in 10-hour slots. Companies might be smart, you know.
Oh, you
They
think
might
that's
break
what
down a
you
day in a
think that's
different
what they're
way.
gonna try?
Yeah, I
start
do,
doing?
because
You're right.
you don't have to worry about
It's
having
true.
the office open. Usually, I think 9 to 5 is because the lights are on for 8 solid hours, isn't it? That's
HR,
a lot of electricity
admin.
being used at that
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
But for
clerical.
the other hours, it's only the cleaner that's really in there. Some buildings have security. If not, the offices are closed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now you don't need the office open at all. So you're not even spending on renting a building.
Well,
having
workspaces.
to
I was
pay
going to
those
say workspaces.
Workspaces, pop-up
That
spaces, they're the
popularity
new
of
thing.
that has driven.
They'll
it
turn
forward.
into that
Yeah.
all the time, innit?
Yeah.
Like, literally. So it's going to be a situation of you only really come out to work when you have to. If not, you can do it all indoors. So why do you need to not work so many hours? You can afford to work more. That
Maybe
could come in
people-
place, innit?
maybe-
online jobs,
yeah.
more online jobs will come on.
And-
tech improves. It becomes 10 hours as a standard working day. Drive the economy, get the money back. There's got to be
Yeah.
something. There's a strategy behind it. Otherwise, we wouldn't be getting free money. Like they wouldn't give away, grant people money and say stay at home.
You think we're gonna
get
pay for
80%
that?
your-
We're gonna pay
You
for that,
bro.
yeah.
If not,
Yeah,
then
we're
I'm sending
gonna
a
pay
message
for
to
that.
everybody I know. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying?
When you
Start
see
packing
that
a run
tax, yeah.
now.
That
When the
tax
tax man
code-
comes in
Yeah,
April,
that's true.
it's summer tea.
And you're
And I
right.
warned
It's
you.
in their interest to get the economy driving again. It's true. Sorry to
Yeah.
go on, Sam.
So
Let's
what? You
boogie.
telling me all that grant, that the grant scheme out?
That's not free money, big man.
Brother,
Don't ever think that's free money, bro.
brother.
That's just my opinion.
Months
anyway. Let
before
me
this
not
thing, this COVID thing, we were arguing about healthcare about to be privatized, and then they're
There you
injecting
go.
5.2 billion. What you think? Peas
They-
ain't in
they-
reserve? Cause anytime a man gives you free money, run, bro. Understand what I'm saying? There's a catch.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody. What? About 4 grants they're gonna be giving out before the end
true.
of the year. You know, 4
It's true.
times. Brother, you had enough. Take a little
bit more, yeah.
like
You
the
wanna
taste
top
of
up?
that, yeah?
You
When
wanna
go and
advance?
work? Work. Well, there's a little money.
No,
there,
but Will,
you
there
know,
are
you
people.
know
No,
what
but
I'm
there are
saying?
people. There are people that are surviving. There are people that are
Last one
surviving
now,
off
you're
that.
gonna be like,
Will,
mental health. I need to get my mental health.
Yeah.
What you want a holiday, little boy?
not to take away
The
because
last
there
bit
are
of the
people that
grant,
survive
go
off
fly
that
out
as
to
well,
Tenerife
bro.
for a little bit.
But,
Chill out, boy. When you come back, the work's gonna be on.
I'm gonna let you.
I'm telling you, it's true. Listen,
Might as well book my one-way ticket then, innit?
fam,
Yeah,
you think you're getting
But-
5 days a week, 6 minimum,
free. But what I mean is, Will, there are people, of course, that live off it now, that need it now. It's like they don't
Yeah.
have a choice. Do you get it?
Straight up,
Not to take
understandably.
away the value from it.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
not taking
but
away the value.
yeah,
I'm just
exactly.
saying,
Yeah.
even them people know what time it is.
They do.
They
yeah,
might
yeah.
be in your face going, brother, I don't know when I can get my next bit of work, you know?
It's true. It's true.
Ah, but
It's
you
true.
don't check that Primark bag and see how many swimming costumes in there. Man was really like,
Gucci
but I'm
that.
flying out to Dubai for
Dubai.
a bit still, so I can think about things. You know what I'm saying?
They're
I
still
need to think about
people
things.
are still taking flights out to Dubai,
Yeah,
innit?
I need
know.
to think about things.
It's
You need to
crazy.
think about
It's
things,
crazy.
innit?
But sign us out then.
What are you gonna say? You gonna say that?
I was going to say something, but I completely forgot.
Go on.
I think it's
What were
the
you gonna
pressure.
say?
I think it was the pressure. Of
Did
2
I cut
minutes
you
left.
up? My bad.
Go on.
So when it's,
We've got 2 minutes, so say something
Yeah,
quick.
we got 2
no, I
minutes.
just
now.
want to say for the audience, make sure they check out my Instagram on sboogie with the fur. We'll be
Playlist. Playlist as well.
having a playlist very soon. So
Yes.
What type of
Watch
music
out.
though?
2021,
Residential
baby.
DJ
Big
with
things
the
coming.
most.
What's the music quickly?
it's gonna be urban. It could be a
Jeez.
French.
Urban.
It's gonna be French. It's gonna be
Urban.
Wait,
French reggaeton. It could be all
You
sorts.
gotta throw
So
some old school garage in there as
I
well.
will do.
You gotta throw that old
Also
school,
take
you know,
that.
Eskimo vibe.
Take that.
Will.
Whoop-tee.
Whooped it. Nah, that's you lot's music.
Throw that
man.
in.
But yeah, man. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, follow us on everything that you can think of.
Yeah, man.
I don't know what else. Follow us on Instagram as well, man.
Yes, and we're gonna be back with a nice Christmas special maybe at some point as well. So
With
tune
a
in for
turkey.
I
that.
don't eat
Don't know
meat.
about a turkey.
I mean,
Pause.
a turkey.
A what?
I'll make you a vegetarian.
Oh no,
A
no.
turkey. What?
Oh, our vegetarian brother. No, our vegetarian brother. Yeah, we forgot.
Yeah,
we
I'm not,
forgot.
that's
Oh,
the turkey out the window,
still.
man.
People bring
Nah,
your
turkey,
vegetarian.
cuz I
That's
got
the
you.
turkey out the
Let
window.
me bring the
guys,
turkey.
listen, and also rest in peace to Debo, innit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were out the room, mate.
He said
Oh,
we're out of the room, big man.
my
Look at this
bad.
guy, man. Alright,
Come
peace.
on, mate.
I got to talk. I gotta tell what I